Hello student. Now friends, today we have to see third method for the determination of order of reaction. And this third method for the determination of order of reaction is half-life period method, and sometimes it is also called as equifractional chain method. Now in this half-life period method, we must know about half-life period of zero order reaction, first order reaction, second order reaction, and so on. Actually, we have been already proved that half-life period for zero order reaction is directly proportional to initial concentration. Okay, means if we have a zero order reaction, for this zero order reaction, we proved that this half-life period is directly proportional to the initial concentration of the reactant, that is A. Okay. Now again we proved that for first order reaction, the half-life period is constant and it will be 0.693 upon its rate constant, where K1 is the rate constant of first order reaction and this is nothing but constant. Okay. Now further, for second order reaction, this half-life period of second order reaction is inversely proportional to the initial concentration. These 3 points are well known to you. Okay. Actually, we studied, we proved it. Okay. Now, from this, if we have to find out the half-life period for nth order reaction, then how it can be possible? Now see, here it is nothing but a zero order reaction, that's why T half is proportional to A raised to power, here directly proportional to initial concentration, that is A. Okay. Now here, if suppose this may be written as this T half is proportional to 1 upon A raised to power minus 1. Same thing. Okay. Or you may write this is nothing but, here further, this is further written as this one further written as T half is proportional to A raised to power 0 minus 1. Okay, same thing. Means for zero order reaction, T half is directly proportional to A, or we may write T half is proportional to 1 upon A raised to power 0 minus 1. Same thing. Okay. Now, after this, for first order reaction, you know, for first order reaction, T half is constant because 0.693 upon K1. Okay, that's why it may be A raised to power 0. A raised to power 0 means constant. Okay, that's why for this can be written as T half is proportional to 1 upon A raised to power 1 minus 1. Same thing, 1 minus 1 means 0. A raised to power 0, again it will be constant because A raised to power 0 is nothing but some constant, it may be 1. Okay. Now that's why same thing, means for first order reaction, what is the T half? It will be 1 upon A raised to power 1 minus 1. For zero order, what is T half? It will be proportional to 1 upon A raised to power 0 minus 1. Similarly, for second order reaction. You know, for second order reaction, T half is inversely proportional to A. That's why this T half is inversely proportional to A, and we may write this T half is inversely proportional to 1 upon A raised to power 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means same thing, 1. Okay, means for second order also known to you. Means for second order it will be 1 upon A raised to power 2 minus 1. For first order it will be T half is inversely proportional to 1 upon A raised to power first minus 1. Okay, getting it? For zero order 0 minus 1 means for nth order reaction this equation becomes, कैसा हो जाएगा ये इक्वेशन फॉर nth ऑर्डर रिएक्शन के लिए? फ्रॉम दिस व्हाट इज एनालॉजी फॉर nth ऑर्डर रिएक्शन? फॉर nth ऑर्डर इट विल बी T half is inversely proportional to e raised to power n minus 1. Very important. Okay, getting it? Here n is the order, because you know for 0, for first and for second order reaction. Okay, from this for nth order, this one. Now here T half is the half life period, A is the initial concentration. Now if suppose for the same equation T1 and T2 are the half life period or equifractional change at initial concentration A1 and A2. If suppose T1 and T2, let this T1 is half life period and its corresponding concentration will be A1. That's why this equation becomes in this way. Now if T2 is the half life period, then it will be proportional to its concentration and its concentration will be A2. Now this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now from this, if equation 2 upon equation 1, that process is carried out, 2 divided by 1. Now what is 2? T half, T2, that is half life period T2, here half life period T1, that is equals to 1 upon, it will be, T1 is at denominator, it will comes up, that's why A1 upon A1 raised to power n minus 1, here A2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, now here this may be written as A1 upon A2 raised to power n minus 1. Now we have to find out order this n. Now taking log on both side, after taking on log of T2 upon T1, that is equals to log of A1 upon A2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, now after this we have to solve further by using simple mathematics. See, after this step, here log m raised to n, that's why left hand side log T2 upon T1, that is equals to n minus 1 log of A1 upon A2. Okay, now from this log of T2 upon T1 upon log of A1 upon A2, that is equals to n minus 1. Now here n minus 1 we have to find out n, that's why n equals to this minus 1 comes here, that will be plus log of T2 minus log of T1, after expansion it will be log of A1 minus log of A2. Means if you know the initial concentrations at half life periods T1 and T2, for T1 half life period is T1, then initial concentration will be A1. For half life period T2, initial concentration will be A2. If you know A1 and A2 and half life periods, then after putting in this formula you are able to find out the value of n. In this way by equifractional change method or for half life change method this order of reaction can be determined. ओके, आई थिंक सबके समझ में आया होगा। बहुत सिंपल सी बात है, सिर्फ अपने को पता होना चाहिए 3 चीजें, तो आप ये मेथड अच्छे से समझ सकते हैं। व्हाट हैपन्स इन हाफ लाइफ चेंज मेथड और इक्विफ्रैक्शनल चेंज मेथड, जीरो ऑर्डर, फर्स्ट ऑर्डर और सेकंड ऑर्डर रिएक्शन के हाफ लाइफ पीरियड के बारे में पता होना चाहिए। क्या होता है जीरो ऑर्डर का हाफ लाइफ पीरियड? जीरो ऑर्डर के लिए हाफ लाइफ पीरियड होता है, क्या होता है जीरो ऑर्डर के लिए हाफ लाइफ पीरियड? टी हाफ इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू ए। ओके, फॉर फर्स्ट ऑर्डर टी हाफ इज कांस्टेंट, that's why T half is equals to 0.693 upon K1. It will be constant and this can be written as a T half is equals to a raised to power 0 because a raised to power 0 is nothing but that is equals to constant, some constant. Okay, now for second order reaction this T half is inversely proportional to initial concentration. Okay, now from this we come to know for nth order reaction this T half is proportional to a raised to power a n minus 1. ओके, ये जनरलाइज किया अपन ने। देखो यहाँ पर कैसा, इसको ऐसा लिख सकते हैं अपन सामने, टी हाफ इज इक्वल्स टू 1 अपॉन ए रेज़ टू पावर माइनस 1। दैट्स वाई इसके बाद में क्या लिख सकते हैं, टी हाफ इज इक्वल्स टू is proportional to 1 upon a raised to power 0 minus 1. Okay, similarly here T half for first order reaction equals to क्या लिख सकते हैं, T half is proportional to 1 upon a raised to power 1 minus 1. Okay, for first order. For second order it will be, this can be written as 2 minus 1. Okay, that's why for nth order raised to power n minus 1. Only take log on both sides. After taking on log both side, you get two derivations. Half life periods are T1 and T2. Then T2 upon T1. From that T2 upon T1, solve further. You will get this step. After this, you know the logarithm law, log m raised to n, that is n log m. Use that law. From this, again find out the value of n. Means in this third method, the half-life period method, that is equifractional change method, you must know the half-life periods T1 and T2 at initial concentration A1 and A2. Then and then order of reaction can be determined. Okay, now we will stop here. Now in the next period, we are going to see next method for the determination of order of reaction. If any difficulty, then ask me anytime. Thank you.